Hello my dear students, you all are welcome to my geography class. Today I am going to discuss with you all chapter number 16, Biodiversity and Conservation, from the book Fundamentals of Physical Geography. The topic which I will be discussing with you all is biodiversity and the levels of biodiversity. So we will be discussing about what do we mean by biodiversity and what are the different labels of biodiversity. So let us proceed to the discussion. See, biodiversity itself is a combination of two words, bio and diversity. The term bio basically refers to life and diversity refers to the variety. Okay. So biodiversity is the number and the variety of organisms found within a specified geographical area. That means within a particular geographical area, the different species and the number of plants, animals and microorganisms, they form the biodiversity. Okay. Biodiversity refers to the varieties of the plants, the animals and the microorganisms, okay, within the ecosystem. It relates to the variability among the living organisms on the earth, which includes the variability within the species and between the species, as well as the variability from one ecosystem to another. So in short, it can be said that biodiversity basically refers to the different varieties of the plants, animals and microorganisms that exist within a particular geographical area. Biodiversity is our living wealth, it is our living resources, and the present biodiversity which we find in our particular region is a result of the evolution, which continued from millions of years. Biodiversity is a system in constant evolution from a viewpoint of species as well as from viewpoint of an individual organism. Okay. The biodiversity, it goes on evolving. Okay. Like the present species which we found, which we find in the region is they have evolved at some period of history and the process of evolution is still going on. Biodiversity is not found evenly on the earth, it is constantly richer in the tropics. Just like the human population is unevenly distributed, in the same way biodiversity is also unevenly distributed on the earth. Like there are some particular regions where we can find a rich diversity of living organisms, whereas there are certain regions where the diversity of living organisms are very limited. Okay. Like as we move towards the tropics, towards the tropical areas, the biodiversity becomes very much richer. That means we find various varieties of living organisms, varieties of plants, animals, microorganisms and all. But as we move towards the polar region, the diversity, but the biodiversity, it reduces. Okay. Like as one approaches the polar regions, one finds larger and larger population of fewer and fewer species. Okay, so as we move towards the polar areas, the number of species is less, but their population is more. Okay. See, the biodiversity can basically be discussed at three different levels. One is the genetic diversity, species diversity, and the ecosystem diversity. These are the three different levels at which biodiversity can be discussed. The first one, that is the genetic diversity. Okay, basically genes are the basic building blocks of various life forms, and this genetic biodiversity refers to the variation of the genes within the species. Okay, the group of individual organisms having certain similarities in their physical characteristics are called species. Okay, so basically a certain group of individual which are having similarities, certain similarities in their physical appearance, in their physical characteristics and all, they are called species. Okay. Here you can see that human beings genetically belong to the Homo sapiens group and also differ in their characteristics such as their height, color, physical appearance, etc. Okay. And why this happens actually? This happens because of genetic diversity. Okay. This genetic diversity is essential for a healthy breeding of population of species. The next one, that is the species diversity. Species diversity basically refers to the different varieties of species within a particular geographical area. It refers to the number of species in a defined area. The diversity of species can be measured through its richness, abundance and types. Some areas are more rich in species than others. Okay. So the diversity of species, it can be measured through its richness, abundance and the types of species. Okay. And there are some areas which are very rich in species, and those areas which are very rich in species, okay, are known as the hotspots of diversity. Okay, so here you see areas rich in species diversity are called hotspots of diversity. Okay, the last one is the ecosystem diversity. The broad differences between ecosystem types and the diversity of habitats and ecological processes occurring within each ecosystem type constitute the ecosystem diversity. So in our previous chapter, when I was discussing about the types of ecosystem, I discussed that ecosystem can be classified into two types. One is the terrestrial ecosystem and another one is the aquatic ecosystem. So within this terrestrial ecosystem and the aquatic ecosystem, we find variation in the number of species and the types of species. Okay. So these broad differences between the ecosystem types, okay, and the diversity of habitats and the ecological processes which occur within a particular ecosystem basically refers to the ecosystem diversity. Okay. The boundaries of communities and ecosystems are not very rigidly defined, as because it is quite difficult to differentiate one ecosystem from the another. There is no particular geographical difference actually. Okay. So thus the demarcation of ecosystem boundaries is difficult and complex. Okay. So basically in ecosystem diversity, the variation in the number of species, okay, in the number of organisms and all from one ecosystem to another and within ecosystem is known as the ecosystem diversity. So this is what about the topic biodiversity and the labels of biodiversity. Okay. So from here you have to study about what do we mean by biodiversity, what are the different labels at which biodiversity can be discussed, okay, what do we mean by species and what are hotspots of biodiversity. So these are some of the few important questions from this topic. Okay, so I hope you all have understood about this topic biodiversity and the labels of biodiversity. So thank you my dear students.